Hey Crosswatchers for Aries, welcome to your November cross-watching video. This is a video geared towards anyone who's curious about an Aries in their life. If you're an Aries and you're looking for a love reading, the November love readings will be up very soon. Once they are, I will have them linked in the description of this video. Otherwise, if you're catching this video before the November readings are up, feel free to subscribe or check back and see the love readings for the signs themselves. But this is going to be for the viewpoint of what anybody dealing with Aries needs to keep in mind. Also, these are still general readings. They may or may not resonate, okay? And if you're an Aries and if it doesn't resonate for you, your person may not be watching my channel. So there's always that. But we're going to see what's happening for you guys in November. All right, my dears. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have in the beginning of the month here, or the foundation of the November energy, you have attraction, okay? Using a discontinued deck here, guys. This is a great deck, sadly. It's discontinued, but we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So what does this mean? I feel that some of you are dealing with an Aries where maybe the spark, I don't want to say it's dying, but you might be looking for just a little bit more oomph. Or if you've been dealing with an Aries who seems kind of like on the fence about whether or not they want to move forward with you. It can be an energy of like basically you're going to draw this person in by having your own stuff, by having your own things going on, by connecting with the things that is beautiful to you, or, you know, bringing up the passion in you. Like as you're living life, you know, that's what's going to pull Aries in and look over and go, wow, you know, like Crosswatcher seems a little different lately, or there's just something, you know, I don't know what they did. Did they change their hair? Did they change their look? Did they change something about like their skincare? Like what's going on? You know, but there's going to be this pull or this magnetism or this attraction as you're living your life, okay? So Crosswatcher, I'm just going to flat out say this, and some of you are going to get upset at me. And I just need to say it because Spirit wants you to know, because Spirit doesn't want you to be unhappy, Crosswatcher. But if you're in this energy where, like, you're trying to appeal to Aries' sympathy, like, you know, oh, you should feel bad for me, or do you know how hard life has been, or you're just trying to get some sympathy or compassion out of Aries, for some of you that are in that energy, Aries may not be understanding it, or Aries might have other things going on in their life where they're getting really depressed around it, right? So they might be pulling away, and you might be trying to like say like look at me, like I'm suffering here, or I'm hurting, like trying to pull them back in closer. And they're just, maybe they want to be there for you, and maybe they just have their own stuff and it's like too intense or too depressing, or whatever it might be. Maybe they just kind of have some fears here that, oh my goodness, what if this is a red flag? And they may be pulling away. So if you're trying to attract Aries in November, or if you're trying to get closer to an Aries, the way that you're going to do it is by being in your joy and being in the things, like just the simple things. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to go out and get a motorcycle, Crosswatcher. You don't have to like go skydiving. You don't have to like take on a whole new persona. Just be in your joys and the simple pleasures, right? And she's just smelling this flower. She's loving life, all right? And that's going to be the most attractive quality that you can demonstrate for Aries, or Aries needs that, right? Aries might have their own stuff going on. I haven't done Aries' readings yet, so I don't know exactly what's going to come up in their personal energy. But if you're dealing with one, this is what they need, or this is what's going to be most attractive to them in November. Your next card here, we have pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, this can mean a lot of different things because this is a general energy, right? And if some of you are being given signs that, hey, this may be a really low vibrational Aries, you need to listen to that, right? In other ways, maybe these red flags or these cautions are not as severe. You know, maybe you're not dealing with a super low vibrational person. Maybe you're just dealing with someone that you're seeing certain incompatibilities, or you're seeing certain things that you don't like in a relationship. And Spirit is saying you need to like fully acknowledge that and accept that. Don't go into it saying, oh, maybe it'll change, maybe it'll be different. Pay attention. Because in November, things are going to come up in this relationship or with this person. And Spirit's like, are you sure that, you're going to be able to be happy in this relationship? Don't try to feel like you can take Aries and mold them and shape them and shift them. Aries are very, very... like they're very much in their energy, right? They're not like, they're not very mutable. They're not very like, they're not putty in your hands. I've never met an Aries that's been like, they're very confident. They're very focused, right? They're not someone that you can easily influence. And they might think that that's what you're trying to do, Crosswatcher. You might just be in this place where you're coming from love. And you might be in this place where you're like, well, I just want to help Aries make some changes. And Aries would be so much happier if Aries did this or did that. Or the relationship would be so much better if they could communicate in this way or that way or do these things. And, Aries might kind of take that as, whoa, like Crosswatcher's trying to change me. Or they might think that's a red flag about you. Right? They might misunderstand. So I feel, I'm going to be very honest with you, Crosswatcher. So far in the energy, I feel like there's a lot of potential for miscommunication or misunderstanding, where there can be an argument or there can be a pulling away over a complete and total misunderstanding. Like, dude, it wasn't even like that and you took it the wrong way. And it's going to go both ways for both of you. So this might be a good time for you to keep busy with your stuff and just keep your eyes open and be in observation mode, right? This might not be a good time to try to, move the relationship along or try to go to some next step. It might be a good time to just kind of watch, see, learn as much as you can. Pay attention to what's coming in, because it's going to be different energies for different ones of you, right? And for some of you, not all of you, some of you might be dealing with someone who is not safe. Some of you might be dealing with a person who's toxic. So if you want to make sure if that applies to you or not, make sure you're taking in the, just taking in what this person is showing you, right? Just be observant. You guys hear that cheering? I'm so sorry. I rent space to make these videos, and usually it's quieter, and that's why I rent space to make the videos. But tonight they've got some kind of party going on downstairs, and I'm so sorry if it's annoying anybody. But let's be happy that people are happy. Let's spread the love, okay? But so you have this energy coming in, my dears, where you can overcome that obstacle or you can avoid a bad situation if you're keeping your eyes open and you're allowing this person to show you who they are. Just allow Aries to show you who they are. The good, the bad, the high vibration, the low vibration, so that if you go into this relationship, it can actually work. It doesn't have to be a roller coaster, because you can go into it knowing what to expect or knowing what to look out for, right? It's just about being prepared for the journey, right? So next we have flirt. This is a good one. Oh my goodness, Crosswatcher. This message came up for one of the other signs. I can't remember who. It may have been Aquarius, actually. But this is a really, really, really valid card here. And I'll tell you why. You're dealing with a person or an energy here where you have, oh gosh, there's music. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this music now. Again, Crosswatcher, you might be trying to play on Aries' sympathies, or you're trying to get some compassion out of them, or you're trying to talk to them and get them to open up to you. Maybe you feel and you sense, you're like, you know what, something's up with Aries, something's going on, they seem depressed, or they seem like something's on their mind, I want them to open up to me, I want to be there for them, whatever the case, you just may be in this energy where you're feeling like, I really need to get this person opened up, or I really need to get this person to talk to me, they're gonna pull away. They're not gonna, like, they're gonna clam up. So the way to getting closer to Aries is by being in a lighter or more positive energy, by being in an energy where you all are becoming closer to each other, not through these deep tell me about your childhood kind of conversations, but just being in the light energy, being in the fun. This is how Aries is going to feel like they can bond with you, right? And then little by little, they're going to let that wall down. Little by little, they're going to be able to open up and to tell you about the things, go back into the childhood, go back into their own disappointments, or, people that betrayed them, or their own, like, insecurities about life or about love. Everybody has insecurities, even confident Aries. Everybody's got insecurities or betrayals or things that they've been through. And you might be wanting to get to that deep layer, or you might be wanting to go to that, next step with this person, or to feel closer. And they might kind of feel like you're interrogating them, or you're trying to make them into somebody else. They might not understand that you're coming from a good place. And so by just being able to be in that, that playful kind of energy, this is going to help bring that spark. This is going to help bring that fire. This is going to help bring that attraction, that closeness, that bonding. I think you all just need to lighten the mood. Maybe both of you have had very difficult lives, or maybe in general, both of you have been through a lot of stress right now, and maybe you're in a relationship with this person for a long time, and it's been a good relationship, but maybe lately it just seems a little strained or a little bit distant. You guys just might need some fresh air. You just might need a nice break away from the everyday. You don't have to break the bank and go far away on some crazy, like a vacation and go away for a month, but maybe disconnecting from other people, just focusing on each other, having a good time, being playful, being in the lighter energy. Everything doesn't have to be a therapy session, everything doesn't have to be let's talk about the deep things and where things are going and how we're going to change and how we're going to make things better. Try to focus on the things that you enjoy about each other, and that playful energy will help you all be closer, feel that warmth, and feel like that bonding happening again. Next, here we have children. So this could be something that some of you are preparing to move towards with Aries. Okay, maybe that flirtation is going to lead to some babies for some of you. But for other ones of you, it can be that there might be at some point in November where there's conversations about existing children. Right? Maybe there's issues on, like, maybe you have kids and you're having to lay down the boundary of, hey, Aries, if you're going to be in my life, this is how you're going to be interacting with my kids, or this is what's okay, or this isn't what's okay, or vice versa. Maybe Aries has kids from another relationship and there's some ground rules that are being set. Some of you may have children, who are causing I don't want to say causing problems in the relationship, but it might be a point of tension or a point of pressure, whether it's children that you and Aries have together, or if it's children that you guys have from other relationships. There could be something here where it needs to be discovered. I do feel for some reason some of you are dealing with an Aries who maybe does not want to have children at all, or there might be issues where they're questioning fertility. Or maybe Crosswatcher, you have issues with fertility and you're worried about how Aries might take that. It's a general reading, so it's going to apply in different ways. But overall, these are the things that I feel like you're going to be able to talk about in this reading. And I feel like it can be more understood or more understanding than maybe you thought could come out of the situation. So in other words, when this does come up, it might not be so bad, right? Maybe some of you are just going to get some little fur babies here, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the family, right? So some of you maybe are kind of worried about the topic of children, or childhood issues. Sometimes this could be inner child stuff. So some of you are like, what's going on with Aries, or why won't they open up with me? They may, after this fun energy, this flirtatious energy, feeling closer to you, they may open up to you and start telling you about their childhood. They may open up to you and start telling you about their fears and their phobias and things like that. I do feel that for some of you, something is happening in terms, because the dogs, I've seen this card 1,000 times, but the dogs are really jumping out at me. I think that for some of you, this relationship can benefit through bringing in a pet. Okay, it doesn't have to be a dog if you're not a dog person. I adore dogs, but I know some people, they just feel a little overwhelmed by them. Maybe you're a cat person, maybe you're a snake person, I don't know. But you just might just be in this energy where you need, or I shouldn't say you need, but the relationship could benefit by introducing, especially if you all live together, the relationship may benefit by bringing in this pet. That's going to be something that's helping both of you open up the heart chakra. Pets are really great for opening up the heart chakra, especially one that you love, that you adore, that you feel like a compassion towards. And so I do feel for some of you, getting a pet is going to help you all kind of open up to each other and just feel more of a sense of home. Some of you may be receiving a pet. You know, maybe the holidays are coming up. If you live in a part of the world where there's holidays, Aries may be gifting you a pet, a kitten or a puppy or something for a birthday or a holiday, or a just because. But for some reason, those animals are really jumping out at me. So I think in some way, animals are going to be very healing to the inner child kind of stuff, and being able to open up more emotionally. Oh my goodness. See, and here we have, this could be the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. So Crosswatcher, this is going to apply in a few different ways, because that's how I've seen this card apply over the years. I've seen it apply in a few different ways, and I can usually tell which way it applies by that person's energy. But I'm reading for randomly here, right? There's a lot of people that watch these videos, so I can't say exactly this is how it's going to be, but you know which one is going to resonate for you. Either you've been thinking about walking away from this Aries, and after November, after these things happen, you're realizing that, you know what? There's stuff here worth saving. There's stuff here in the relationship that it's worth working out. And you're deciding to stay or to reconcile with this person. That you're like, okay, there's like, there's a chance here for us to be together, right? Or to be able to work things out. Next, we have the other way that I've seen this apply is I've seen it apply in the way that, Crosswatcher, you may be frustrated and you may be like, you know, oh, I don't know about Aries, and when is this person gonna come, and how much longer do I have to wait for my person? Don't get mad at me, Crosswatcher. I just have to say it how it is. Sometimes, and this is like kind of like a, I don't know if I want to say tough love from Spirit, but Spirit's letting you know, like, we have sent you people. We have sent you people that are good for you. But it might be a good idea for you to look at the ideas that you developed about love in your childhood. That maybe some of the things you're looking for aren't realistic. Or maybe some of the things that you're looking for, like, it doesn't work that way. Maybe you're being too hard on the people that are coming into your life, or maybe you're being too quick or too dismissive, okay? And that can happen for a lot of different reasons. Either you might have some expectations of love or relationship that aren't exactly practical, or you may have your own childhood stuff where you're closing the door, or you're sabotaging the relationship, or you're pushing people away as a way of self-protection, because underneath that there's a fear of getting hurt, or underneath that there's a fear of commitment, or whatever it might be. Okay, and then you're like, oh, I'm so lonely. When is my person gonna show up? So I kind of feel like what Spirit is saying for those of you dealing with this Aries is there's a lot worth working on here. And a lot of the message for you, Crosswatcher, was about you. Okay, it was about you. Like, if you can be in the place where you're enjoying life, you're in your joy, you're in your passion, you're doing things that make you happy, you're doing things that are making you feel connected, you're in this playful energy, that this relationship will improve. Okay? Now, it's up to you if you want to do that or not. And I'm going to be very honest, and I don't mean to be too complicated. For some of you, as you're in that energy, you're in that playfulness, you're in that passion, you're in that joy, your spirit is lifting, you may have someone from the past returning and saying, hey, forget about Aries, come be with me. Right? These are general readings, so the energies are going to apply in different ways. It would be ridiculous for me to say every single cross-watcher is going to experience the same exact thing with every single Aries on the planet. The energies are going to apply in different ways. That's why I try to go over the different scenarios. I would encourage you to watch the love reading for November for your sign, your sun sign, your Venus sign. The November love readings will be up in the next couple of days, so you can go ahead and keep an eye out for those, or you can subscribe and get a notification when they're posted. Or you may need a private reading. More than happy to do a private reading. If you click on the Calendly link in the description of this video, it will show you all the different reading types I offer, the prices, the next available appointment. You can go ahead and schedule and book right on in there. Everything is in there. Everything you need is in there, my darlings. So go ahead and check that out. I appreciate very much you guys watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I am wishing you a fabulous November, my dears. And don't forget about you. Watch your weekly forecast for your sun sign, right? I know love is important. It's a part of being human, and we care so much about other people, and we care about what's going on in their life. But don't forget to watch your readings for yourself in the weekly forecasts, because I don't just do the Crosswatcher and the love videos. Every single week, I do spirituality, career, family, money, whatever comes up for each sign during the week. So watch those videos too, my darlings, and have a fabulous November.